Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Zachary with 9 to 5 Tactical, and today we're going to be doing a product review over the new Osight S from Osight. Just want to do a quick shout out to Osight for sending this optic out to us. We actually had the opportunity to review the Osight X, which has the original Olight on here, so they rebranded right after we got to review this. So it actually says Olight here on the sides, which is pretty cool, but now that when they're manufacturing the X, it is called the Osight X. We do have a review video over the Osight X. If you guys are interested, go check that link down in the description down below. So after looking at the package, I am actually pretty confused of what this is actually called. Is it called the Osight S? Because the company is actually called Osight, and would this optic be called the S from Osight? Because we all know that this is going to be a branch company from Olight, which is going to be a tactical flashlight company, and which I have here is going to be their arc felt flashlight that I carry every single day. So they're known for making tactical flashlights. But for Osight, is this going to be called the S for the optics or what? Leave a comment down below if you guys honestly think it's called the Osight S or is it called the S? All right, let's move into the features of the Red Dot. It is going to be an RMSC footprint, so we do have it mounted on the T-Sauce double stack 1911 here. It is direct mounted, which is great. This optic has 3 reticle options. It has a 2 MOA dot, a 32 MOA circle, and a combination of both. For the brightness settings, it has 10 daylight and 2 night vision modes. The window size is 0.83 by 0.55 inches. It has a battery life of 21,900 hours on level 3 brightness and has a total of 87,600 hours with the charging cover on. It uses a magnetic USB-C charging cover with a battery percentage indicator. It has motion activation, shake away, and auto turn off after 10 minutes. It is IPX7 waterproof and built with Osight's proprietary aluminum called OAL. So a couple of features that I actually want to talk about a little bit more is going to be the magnetic cover. I think Osight did a really cool, innovative job about how you're able to just have a cover, pop it on, and it automatically charges your red dot. And I do like how they have a status button here on the side. So on the left side here, you're able to click it and you're able to see the battery percentage of your red dot. As you can see here, that is at 100%. And I do like how easy it is to have the cover with the lanyard, so you're never able to lose it, hopefully. And that if you're ever going to the range, you're like, shoot, I don't know if I have enough battery. You're able to just pop this on and then charge your optic while you're on the way to the range, which is pretty cool. And the next feature I want to talk about is going to be the fully enclosed emitter. On the market, there are a lot of open emitter red dots, as this one is going to be fully enclosed, meaning that there's a back glass here, so you're not allowed to have lint, water, or any debris obstruct your red dot. I think that's really great for EDC carry, as I carry the Holosun EPS carry, and that is also fully enclosed. And I do think having a fully enclosed emitter is very important when it comes to training, because you could be in a downpour and you can have an outside the waistband holster and you have a ton of water pooling up into your optic. If you go to draw, you could actually obscure your red dot pretty well. So when having a closed emitter, it actually makes it weatherproof, debris proof, and that's why I think a fully enclosed emitter is very important. I just think that it gives a little bit of peace of mind when carrying, knowing that your optic is not going to be obscured when upon a presentation. As for testing, we do have the optic mounted on the T-Sauce here, and we have about 600 plus rounds through the gun and the optic, and we did check zero every 100 to 200 rounds, and there was no shift at all. The grouping was still pretty tight, which is awesome. As for the battery life, we did charge it when we first got it a few months ago. When it first got sent out to us, we've been running different optic brightness and different optic settings, as in just dot, circle dot, and just a circle, and it's actually held charge pretty well. Every time we throw the charging mount on top, it's been at 100%, which is pretty great. I do like how you're able to switch to different reticles. By doing that, you're actually going to hold on to the minus button here. You hold it for a few seconds and it'll actually change from the red dot, and then it'll change to the dot, and if you hold it a little bit more, it'll change to the circle dot, and then if you hold it again, it'll change back to the red dot. Another cool thing that I found about the battery status is that not only that you just need the battery cover here, you're actually able to take it off. And here on the left side, you're actually able to click either the plus or minus button, and it shows you the green status as well, that you are good to go. So when taking this Red Dot out on the range, it was very easy to pick up. The 2 MOA dot is perfect for me. I don't want to go any bigger. I just think that the 2 MOA dot is crisp and perfect for my eyes. I do have a little astigmatism, so it kind of bursts out just a little bit, but if I find the perfect brightness, I'm able to pick up the dot very, very easily. I do like the housing of the optic itself. I think the actual frame is very slim, similar to the Holosun EPS carry. I do like how the profile's very rounded and very thin as well. So you're probably thinking about getting this for your firearm. Here in the channel, we like to help narrow that decision down by making a pros and cons list for you. And one of the top pros about this optic is that it has a fully enclosed emitter. It's great for EDC use. You're able to use this in any type of weather, rain, shine, snow, and you're still gonna get a clear picture of your red dot. Another pro is that it has multiple reticle options, so you're able to choose between a dot, a circle, and a circle dot to help you acquire your targets faster. Another pro is that it is magnetic charging, so you're able to put it on just like that and you're ready to go. You don't have to deal with any battery trays, losing really small screws, having to buy different batteries and swapping them out when needed. Another pro, it has a compact and slim design. Here you can see that the optic barely hangs over the slides, which is great for concealment. And for the last pro is going to be the price point. This optic comes in at an MSRP of $249. It is going to be the lowest cost optic that is enclosed on the market right now. Alrighty, so now that we're done with the pros, let's move on to the cons. The first con is going to be the magnetic charging hoods. Sometimes they don't fit all the way due to the rear sight, meaning that the sight might be a little too big and not be able to seat the magnetic hood all the way on. Osight does have a list of firearms that do work with this optic. But we did notice when we were playing with the charger is that if you do have higher rear sights, you actually are able to turn this around and charge it the other way and you still get a complete seal and it charges. The next con is going to be that there's no disposable battery option, meaning that there is no battery tray to take out a battery and replace it. The only way to charge it is literally just having the magnetic charger and placing it right on top. And if you forget to charge this and this is dead, you're kind of out of luck. So make sure you charge this. And the last con, I think Osight is such a fresh company that branches off of Olight. I think it's a good step in the right direction and stepping away from the name that Olight as a company has created for itself, but I think Osight has a long road ahead to earn your trust. Our Red Dot is a one-to-one example that's worked out very well, but we can't guarantee that for everyone else. We hope that Osight is here to stay and that they take every piece of feedback to improve their product and earn their trust in the firearms community. Now before we wrap things up, let's talk about comparisons, specifically how the Osight S compares to one of the most popular enclosed emitters on the market. It's going to be the Holosun EPS carry. I do have it on my SIG 365X macro here. Now at a glance that these two look very, very similar as they serve the same purpose, compact, rugged, and slim for EDC carry, but here's how they differ. For the reticle, the Osight features a 2 MOA dot, a 32 MOA circle, or both, while the Holosun EPS carry only features a 2 MOA dot depending on which model you get. For the battery, the Osight uses a rechargeable battery, while the EPS uses a CR1620 replaceable battery. The battery life for the Osight has up to 21,900 hours, while the EPS carry has up to 50,000 hours depending on the setting. For the mounting, they both use an RMSC footprint. The Osight has 10 daylight and 4 night vision, while the EPS carry has 8 daylight and 4 night vision settings. They are both fully enclosed emitters, and for the price point, the Osight comes in around $240, while the EPS carry comes in around $330 to $400, depending on which variant you choose. So in comparison, the Holosun EPS carry is a proven, durable, and high-quality optic. You do get a little bit more battery life, some solar models, and the ability to swap batteries on the fly, which is a huge plus for duty and hard use. The Osight, on the other hand, is a more friendly budget alternative that brings a lot to the table for almost half the cost. You get an enclosed design, motion activation, clean glass, and a super convenient rechargeable cover. So a few main differences to consider is going to be battery life planning. If you are more of a set it and forget it kind of charger person, the Osight is good for you, but if you rather swap out the battery in 60 seconds, the Holosun wins here. So next is going to be reticle options. For the Osight, it gives you the circle dot right out of the gate, while some EPS carry models require you to pay more for the multi-reticle system. And lastly is going to be reputation. Holosun has a longer track record and is often used for duty and EDC use. Osight is still proving itself in the optics game, but the Osight S is a really strong first step. So ultimately, it comes down to use case and budget. If you're looking to test out an enclosed emitter without spending $400, the Osight S is a very compelling choice. So moving on to final thoughts, I think the Osight S is a really big step for the Osight company. The full enclosed emitter, affordable price, and the everyday ready feature makes it a very competitive option in the sub $250 red dot market. But would I recommend it for everyday carry? Almost. It does check a lot of boxes, just like the enclosed emitter and the reliability during testing. But Osight still needs time to fully earn the trust of the firearms community. That said, we'll keep using it and let you know if anything changes in the long term, and we'll be posting that on Instagram if you're interested. Well, that wraps up today's review over the Osight S. If you guys like what you saw, please like, share, and subscribe, and hit that bell notification to stay up to date with our latest content. We make new videos every single week. If you guys had any other products that you'd like to see in the future, please leave them in the comments down below. And thank you for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye.